Hello, and in this video, we are going to dive into variables and learn how to use them to control interaction in your games and projects. For this video, we are going to use the sample project Storm Machine Video 4. You can actually find that same project in the description below. We've got a download link. So let's start by getting into the various types of variables available in Storm Machine. Project variables are global in scope, can are accessed throughout your entire game. They are useful for storing information that needs to be consistent across all scenes. Scene variables, on the other hand, are specific to the scene in which they are created. They exist only when that scene is active, are ideal for storing temporary data relative to a particular scene. Object variables are unique to individual game objects and can only be accessed within the actions of that specific object. They are perfect for storing object-specific information. System variables are read-only values that provide information about the game environment. They include data such as the mouse position and time-related values like time and delta time, which first measure how much time has passed since the start of the game. The second measure measures the time in seconds it took to complete the last frame. They could be used for actions that keep track of time or the current player's position based on the mouse. Okay, with that as a baseline, let's put some of the variables to work by creating a simple minigame. The goal is to use a variable as a Boolean to control interactions by checking if certain conditions are true or false. This determines if commands should be executed or not. To begin, open the sample project and navigate to scene 0. Our objective is to make it so that when the key object is dragged into the closed chest, it will open, and the diamond game object will be revealed. Now, in the Variables tab, create a scene variable named OpenChest with an initial value of 0. This variable will serve as a Boolean, tracking whether the chest is open or closed. To start, select the key game object and then click Add and choose Draggable. A draggable component enables any object to be dragged with the mouse cursor while providing the ability to add action sequences when the dragging actually starts and ends. In the Actions, when the drag starts field, click the Edit button. This is the Action Editor, which is a powerful tool. In Story Machine, the game logic is controlled by a sequence of commands called actions. These actions are like instructions that tell the game what to do under specific circumstances. They can perform various tasks, such as playing sounds, changing object properties, and responding. So from the drop-down menu, choose the Set Variable option and click Add Action. Select the OpenChest variable as the target variable and set the expression field to 1. The set variable action will change the value of the OpenChest variable, setting it to 1 when the player starts dragging the key object. So this will help us verify if the key object is being dragged or not. Okay, next we will configure what happens when the drag ends by clicking on the Edit button of the Actions when drag ends. From the drop-down menu, select Check Variable. Choose the OpenChest variable and set the value to 1 while keeping the method as equal. In the action to run on that field, select Check if objects overlap from the drop-down menu, and then click on Add Action. Here, what we're doing is verifying whether the key object is overlapping the chest or not at the moment that the player stops dragging the object. For the first object to be compared, drag the key object from the Objects tab, and then the second object, drag the closed chest object. Now, click on the Edit button in the Action If Not Overlapping section. Choose Set Variable and set the OpenChest variable to 0. This action ensures that if the player drags away from the open chest without opening it, the OpenChest variable is set back to 0. Action If Overlapping, select Enable Disable and click the Add Action 3 times. For the first one, drag the closed chest object and set the command field to disable. By disabling the closed chest object, we hide it from the scene once the chest has been unlocked. For the second one, drag the open chest object and then enable it. By doing this, we will reveal the opened up chest object. And for the third one, drag the diamond object and set it to enabled. This will finally reveal the initially disabled gen that was locked behind the chest all along. Lastly, from the drop-down menu, search for Destroy Object and click on Add Action. Drag the key game object from the Objects tab into the Objects to Destroy field. Here, this step specifies which game object should be removed from a scene once used, and in this case, the key that has already been used. Close the action editor and click on the Run menu, and then Play to test it out. Boom, and there we go. We have used variables to control interactions between game objects. Generally, variables are very powerful tools that can add depth and interactivity to your Storm scene projects. And now, you know how to use them. Thank you.